There you go. Welcome back. I hope you're good. I hope you're having a great day. Right, I've got Lost in the Pond here. British perspective on America's Independence Day. I can't remember what I was taught really. I know everyone knows it's a taxation thing. No taxation without representation. I used to love history at school. Not as much as I love history now. I do love history. I'm not good at it though, but I do love it. I don't remember being taught any sort of animosity, just like that our ancestors had a dispute and the colonies wouldn't pay tax or whatever. But no, I don't. Yeah, but as well, every Brit I've known my entire life growing up, that I spoke to about it, they feel kind of some sort of pride of America. Yes, you guys did it yourself, but we feel some sort of pride, a powerhouse passing on the baton to the powerhouse. We all know empires have to come to an end, but yeah, passing on the baton, you become an extreme success, of course. But yeah, I'll just get on with it and see whether I agree with them or not. But anyway, I hope you're good. Let's get on with it. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm doing this one now. I know July 4th, so like 2 weeks away, innit? Oh, I'm swearing at you there. 2 weeks away, but I want to do things all around the time, not just on July 4th. But so yeah, in the comments, let me know any particular videos you want me to check out or whatever, and I will do them. Right, let's get on with this one.
Happy birthday weekend to the United
Happy
States
birthday,
of America,
250,
who,
innit?
I must confess, doesn't look a day over 200. I wish I could say the same about myself, but we've reached that time of year again, haven't we? That time of year that I've celebrated every year for the past 15 years. And that time of year is the 4th of July celebration.
Oh, don't buffer. If it buffers too long, I will cut it out. Right.
Here in the United States. And as a British person, that can be a little bit weird because for those of you who don't know, and that's probably only about 10%.
I can imagine it if he goes out to celebrate it, he just get a few friendly shots fired his way. I mean verbally, I don't mean actual shots. You know what I mean. Old teasing him.
Of my viewers, America
You
gained
lost
its
the war.
independence from we, the British. And I didn't really know that or have a deep concept of that before moving to the United States. And the reason for that is they didn't really teach us about that in school. I don't know why. I think we learned about all of the victories, you know, the good wars. And after I moved...
Perhaps he's right. I remember learning about wars that were lost as well. I remember all the ones that we won, because that's kind of what we're doing it. But I remember learning ones that were lost. This one. Yeah, no, I remember learning this.
It became apparent that next summer that, oh, you kicked our asses. Although you used a word similar to that I can't necessarily repeat right now because I might get demonetized. And while we're on the subject of you, if you've not had a chance yet to subscribe to this channel, do that now. And how did I find this out? Through several uncles of my American wife's who just thought it'd be funny on the 4th of July to say, ha! How does it feel to know that your grandfather surrendered at Yorktown? No, wait, that's 3-year Letterman. How does it feel to know that you lost and we became the richest nation on the planet? I think I just sort of nodded and went, oh yeah, this is adorable. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, I wasn't even alive in 1776. And it seems that us Brits and us Americans have this special relationship now. I think we can let bygones be bygones. But I think they still think they've won. The uncles, not America. America did win. America won the War of Independence. These uncles...
I remember being taught as well. I wonder if he goes into this. Yeah, I do remember, right? Because Empire, when that was going on, I think it was like the peak of our empire or something. And we had so many different interests on our side of the world around Europe and stuff like that. We were fighting Napoleon at the time, if I remember rightly. And losing against him would have meant a hell of a lot more carnage. I don't remember why or what for, but this is not me making excuses just to cope, I promise. No, we had to go and fight the French. I think it was we were fighting Napoleon at the same time as your independence. See, as I said, I love history, but I ain't very good at it. It blurs into one bit after a few years of being on the planet, doesn't it?
I think they go home every 4th of July and think, Yes, I downed 3 beers, had a plate of chicken wings, and put that Brit in his place. And do you know what? Whatever, because those same uncles love the Beatles. We invaded you in the 60s, and you all lapped it up like it was some kind of ice cream. So in many ways, being British on the 4th of July is at least a little bit predictable, much like the parades that I attend each year in central Indiana, where myself and a number of Hoosiers park our chairs by the side of the road, and no prizes for guests.
The patriotic families at July 4th celebrations, not an event that's done by the local council or whatever you call it over there. What would you call it? Local town governor? I don't know what you'd call it over there. Borough? I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to go to a family celebration of July 4th.
Who gets sunburned the quickest. Now that's partly because I'm the one who's usually pushed out of the awning by my wife's cousin Chad, but it's also because I'm British. And I think subconsciously my wife's cousin Chad is thinking that when he gives me that slight nod.
Is he just saying that as the sarcasm, calling wife's cousin Chad, because his wife's American, right? Yeah, he's just said that a minute ago. And Chad is a stereotypical American name now, isn't it?
I don't think it's even subconscious. I think he's doing it on purpose. And then, of course, the victors like to remind me of my place in all of this by putting up lots of American flags. Please excuse this. This was my producer's idea. We don't have a flagpole and we are decorating in the studio at the minute. But at my first celebration, I thought, ooh, I could inject a little bit of banter into the proceedings. So I brought my own and it was hilarious until Chainsaw Jim saw it. And I haven't brought it since, because Chainsaw Jim is the sort of uncle who has 1776 written on the side of his toolbox. You don't mess with that toolbox, is what I've learned. And so now, after 15 years, I've learned to treat the day with the respect that it deserves. After all, they do have a saying here, the 4th of July is as American as apple pie. So long as you remember that apple pie originated in England and that 4th of July is written in the UK date format. And actually, in an unexpected turn of events, this now feels more appropriate.
I have noticed that the 4th of July, July 4th, not the way you'd say it in it, but 4th of July.
Than anybody ever anticipated. Imagine for a moment you could travel back in time. You set the time circuits on and head back to Independence Hall, July the 4th, 1776. Actually, some point in August, but people aren't ready for that conversation. The founding fathers are there, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, the other ones. They've just signed one of the most important documents in US history, the Declaration of Independence. As they banter back and forth about who has the trendiest pocket watch, you pluck up the courage to stand before them, shoulders pinned back, chest thrust forward as you declare, "All right, lads, you'll never believe what I read on Twitter this morning," but in an American accent. Rightly, nobody understands a single word you just said, except for Benjamin Franklin, who secretly invented Twitter without telling anyone. You continue, "You'll be thrilled to know that in the year 2023, people will still celebrate our independence from the British, including, and I hope you're sitting down for this, the British. It's true, as we speak, several establishments across London are enticing customers with Independence Day celebrations. This seems particularly prominent among the English capital's whiskey bars, who are looking to recreate the kind of experience I once found in Kentucky and Tennessee."
As I said, the vast majority of British people that I've met in my life, very proud of America's. Imagine if we didn't have that fight and you didn't go on to get independence or whatever. Imagine how different and weird the world would be. I don't know. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it? History is a mental thing.
And at first glance, one winery appeared to misspell independence as the plural form of independent. But upon further reading, I discovered that the establishment, D Vine Cellars, did it on purpose to celebrate independent winemakers. And while it remains baffling as to why this event is being held on July the 5th, it's good to see that the pun still never sets on the British Empire. That said, people who know my channel intimately will know that I'm about to embark on my first ever 4th of July as a United States citizen. And I know what you're thinking, ooh, Lawrence, you can't mark this momentous occasion by wearing a black shirt, which will attract heat from both Chainsaw Jim and the sun. And to that, I deliver unto you, Mr. George Washington, wearing cool
That's a green shirt, not black. The t-shirt underneath of it's black or dark blue, but that's a green shirt.
shades, chowing down.
Or am I colourblind? That is green, innit? Let me know in the comments.
On a hot dog. This is the second time this year
That's
you've
a
made
cool
me do that. Where are you
t-shirt.
going? I think that might be overkill. Right. That's it for this episode. I hope America has a fabulous birthday. Go easy on the cake. And whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope that you enjoy your 4th of July celebrations by sharing this stupid little video with all of your friends. I'm Lawrence Brown. You can follow me on Twitter at LostInThePondUS, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that I don't have to. And recently, my second tier ponderers have gained access to my secret video series.
Right, I think that's done. Right, yeah, let me know in the comments any particular videos you want me to check out on your independence, whether it's celebrations or stories of the actual war itself. But I want to do quite a lot of things, probably all the way through July, as well as mixing in the World Cup stuff too. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you want me to do. And enjoy the rest of your day, have a good one. And consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up, that would help. And goodbye, bye-bye.